All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some NBA action. It is Monday, December 4th. We only have 2 play-in games to get into in today's video, but like we always do on the channel, we're gonna go through each and every game of the slate, so all 2 of these games. I'm gonna give you my lean on the spread, I'll give you my lean on the total, we'll talk about the games, but all of my final plays, if you do want to fade me, those plays are going to be in the pinned comment. Those are the plays that we count towards the record that I feel most confident about. Now, we don't have any games, obviously, from yesterday to recap, although I could talk about a pretty bad NFL day, but we do have 2 nights to go to recap, and it was our second sweep in a row, which we get to bring out a little friend for sweeps. Let's go. 3-0 sweep. Money gun pulled out. Now, it was a little short one because it doesn't have the same excitement because it was 2 days ago. But nonetheless, we are now on a run where we have 2 days in a row of sweeping the NBA. Yes, we had the Hornets +6 that pushed. It was voided. So you could say that it's not a true sweep because we did have a play, but it wasn't a loss. It was a push. But nonetheless, guys, it doesn't have the same excitement because obviously we're 1 day removed from the NBA. We're back in action today. So hopefully you guys keep that excitement. Hopefully the missing of the day, or not missing, but the day that had no NBA games doesn't throw us off our streak. We can get back to being hot here. But hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button as well. We did it. We hit 40,000 subscribers yesterday, which, man, you guys are absolutely crazy. We're already at 40,100. Like, what happened, right? We saw 40,000, like, right past it. I told you we were racing towards it. We raced past it. Now we're on to 50K. Are you kidding me? Are you guys that big of psychos that enough of you guys are hitting that subscribe button? I guess so, but go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. The fun does not stop there. Our ride of the day from a couple nights ago. Also, cash is coming in from Jeff. He had the Joker, 25+ points, 10+ assists, 8+ boards. Jokic lit it up. That cashes, guys. If you do want to be the ride of the day, all you got to use is hashtag ride of the day in the comments, just like Jeff did here, and you guys will get a shout out in the next video, win or loss. I'm only picking 1 person to jump on board, and you guys get the shout out, win or loss. If you win, we get to talk about it, pumping some crowd noise, we get to celebrate. If you lose, you might have to face the womp womp, so enter at your own risk. But guys, let's go ahead and jump into this slate. And we're starting it off with the Pacers taking on the Celtics. Now, like I said, this is, I think, the quarterfinals of the in-season tournament. I've been saying all along that the in-season tournament hasn't really affected my betting stance or what I'm looking at going into games. I will say, I think it's going to start impacting it a little bit as we get to, obviously, the quarters now, or the semis and the finals. That may be where it feels like playoffs for the guys, right? So we've heard players say both, whether it matters to them or doesn't matter to them. I do think at some point as you get later on into the tournament, like we are now with only the handful of teams left, it probably starts to matter a little bit. So I am taking it into account. Not to like the grandest degree. Like, I don't think this is the Eastern Conference Finals. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing that, but I do think that it's starting to matter a little bit. But nonetheless, Pacers sitting at 5-point dogs at home here. The total sitting at 241.5. The Pacers, as we know, been playing crazy fast basketball, but they've started to lose games. They've lost 3 of their last 5 to some teams they probably should beat. Like, they could have beaten Toronto. They lose by 1 in that game. They dropped 1 to Portland, dropped 1 to Miami. Not playing the best of basketball. But that being said, I do think that they can run and keep up with anyone. And this Boston Celtics team, obviously one of the best teams in the league, right? But there's been a couple games this year where, they play a team that isn't the best defense. Maybe they don't get up for it, and teams keep it close. Kristaps Porzingis still out here for the Celtics. Halliburton is questionable in this game, so that's going to be huge for the Pacers. But nonetheless, assuming that Halliburton does play, I'm going to actually look at the Pacers keeping this one close, plus the 5 points. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge Celtics fan. I never really bet against the Celtics, so I doubt this becomes a final play. But one pick I do think could make its way into the final plays, and we're not forcing anything tonight with just 2 games. I don't hate the over 241.5. The thing that could keep me away from it is the fact that it's 241.5. You're asking for a hell of a lot, right? But last time these 2 teams played, it was 155 to 104. Now, the Celtics killed them by 51. That was without Tyrese Halliburton, obviously a much different Pacers team when he does not play, right? But I still think that this could be a spot spot in which, Boston kind of scores at will. And the Pacers, as we know, good defense, bad defense that they're playing against, doesn't really matter. They do score plenty of points. Like, they had 2 games against Miami. Miami, one of the slower teams in the league, right? Back-to-back games here with 132 to 142 and then 144 to 129. So if the Pacers get out in racing, the other team usually follows suit. They don't get slowed down very easily. So if this game turns into, 130 to 123 type of game, no matter what side you're on, you're looking at a 250 plus type of a game. So I'm going to lean towards the over, but like I said, the only thing that could keep me from pulling the trigger on this as a final play is the fact that is such a high number. Now, something I'm also going to be looking for, so keep an eye on my YouTube shorts or on TikTok at evpicks with a Z 3.0, is a same game parlay in this game. I love the talent on both sides. I love the lack thereof of defense for Indiana in that total. A lot of things could result in a same game parlay being pulled the trigger on in this spot. So keep an eye out for that. Speaking of same game parlay, I feel like I'm all over the place here. We are dropping our same game parlay strategy video coming out today at noon Eastern time. So if you are watching this after that, that video is out on the channel right now. It's like a 13-minute video of me walking through how I stumble upon these winning same game parlays that we've been throwing out. But nonetheless, again, Indiana slight lean, +5 at home, total sitting at 241. I like the over there. And real quick, guys, you guys have been absolutely supporting the hell out of this brand as of late, but go ahead and check out the Fade Me store, the merch brand we have here on the channel. We have an awesome holiday 23 collection right now. We got a couple ugly Christmas crew necks. We have the Fade Me Grinch sweatshirt, the Fade Me Santa Drinks holiday, this hoodie, the t-shirts also available in those as well. We got tons of things on the store. Go ahead and check it out, fademe.store. I'll put that link in the pinned comment. You guys can go see if you can find something for yourself. One thing I want to note is that I'm asking everyone to try and get their orders in by 12/10 if you expect it for the 25th of December, okay? So it's kind of a rough deadline. Nothing's guaranteed anyways with all of the traffic increase, but that is sort of my recommendation, that if you're looking for this before Christmas or if it's for some sort of a gift, try and get your orders in as soon as possible. We saw it over Black Friday, Cyber Monday. All of a sudden, we had like a 3-day delay compared to what we normally have just because of the increase. Holidays are like that as well, too. So make sure to go ahead and get your orders in if you do want to support the brand, guys. And you know what? We'll say this, use code SWEEP for 10% off over there because we've swept 2 times in a row. So SWEEP, W-E-E-P, will get that discount set up today. But go ahead and check out fademe.store. Now let's go ahead and get back into the slate. We have the Kings taking on the Pelicans. This one, another decent spot for a same-game parlay. So let me know in the comments if you guys want multiple same-game parlays. No guarantees, but 2 good games for same-game parlays that I actually like more than like being able to massage some numbers, more than maybe even the side or totals in these games. But nonetheless, this is a Kings team that struggled to beat New Orleans this season. They lost by 5 last time, which was great, but a couple days before that last game, they got punked, 129-93. Obviously, injuries are a big factor in that, but CJ McCollum also not playing in those, so he is probable in this spot. No major injuries on the side for Sacramento. Looks like Mitchell could be coming back for them as well. He was sick last game, but nonetheless, I do think that this is a better Sacramento team than the Pelicans. I'll throw in the caveat that, yes, the Pelicans beat them twice, but that almost makes me like the Kings tonight even more. Like, they are fired up. They know this team has had their number. They're now at home. Both those games that they lost against New Orleans were back-to-back games, and they were on the road, right? With no, what was it? Yeah, I think Fox played in them. But nonetheless, I do think that this is a spot for Sacramento to say, okay, you know what? You're not beating us 3 times in a row. You're not doing that. Does the same game, the in-game tournament sort of impact the Pelicans? Maybe they, want to win this more than them. Maybe, but I'm not, again, not factoring in all that much, but I am giving it a little piece of the puzzle here. But I could see the Sacramento Kings winning this game like 120 to 113, which is a close game, but they cover their 4-point spread fairly easily there, right? And then in terms of a total, I kind of just showed my cards very, very slightly in towards the under on my side of things here. Just given the 2 games that we've seen so far, I think Sacramento comes with a little bit better defense than what we've seen when they played New Orleans originally. They're not a very good defense, but they average, 115-ish per game allowed. In one of those games against New Orleans, they let up 129. Like, I don't think that they're going to go out there and necessarily do that yet again. They let up, what, once was it 115, 117 to Denver. Denver obviously a better offense than New Orleans, so maybe something is clicking there. So I'm going to slightly lean towards the under, but my favorite lean in this game is certainly Sacramento minus the 4 points. That's most likely going to be a final play, but very excited to dive into some same game parlay opportunities for both of these games. They both have, you know, talented guys. They both have decent totals that we're looking at, so some opportunity there. I won't spoil everything, but obviously we have that video coming out as to what I look for and why I pull the trigger on the same game parlays I do. But yeah, guys, that's all we have in this short slate here. Just 2 games. Again, don't force anything. We're certainly not going to force anything in today's video. We are on, I think it's a 17-3. 17-3 NBA run. We've finally gotten back to you know, where I feel comfortable and I should say confident, right? Because we went through a little stretch there over the last couple weeks prior to this run where it's kind of like, yikes, dude, am I looking at this the wrong way? Am I reading these games in a mirror? But nonetheless, we're back in action here on a decent run. Let's keep it going tonight. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are still watching. Hit that like button and also comment 11 if you are still watching, because we're about to get to the 11-minute mark. Go check out the Fade Me store, guys. Appreciate all the support you guys have done on the channel, on the store, like life-changing, truly, and you guys are the reason for that. So appreciate the hell out of it, guys. We'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, peace out.